What I'm saying is there's nobody in my midfield that I would drop for him. Whereas if you're talking about Pedri, then yes, I'm fine.
I would rather have De Jong than Bellingham.
Do you rather?
I would rather have De Jong than Bellingham.
Get out of here, man.
Do you rather have De Jong or Arda Güler? Arda Güler.
Hold on. Let me say
Bellingham cannot make a 5-yard pass when De Jong is silky smooth. If we have
Valverde, Real Madrid versus Real Sociedad in the Copa del Rey from last season, you will see Jude. Amazing pass.
This man said he would rather have Frenkie de Jong over Jude Bellingham.
Yes, I would. Let me tell you why. Yeah. Let me tell you why. Yeah. When you have a player like Bellingham who can't fucking pass 5 yards, then there's a problem. Yeah.
What Jude are you seeing that
he can't pass
5 yards? Like what is it? Like what player
are
you watching?
I don't think Real Madrid can beat us yet. So. Until something changes, are you guys going to get a new midfielder? Are you guys going to get McAllister? Are you guys going to get Enzo? We can rediscuss. But right now, what have you guys done? What have you guys done?
Than Barcelona.
Omar,
Madrid has a better team than Barcelona. Do you realize this, bro?
Hold on.
We have a better defense, have a better goalkeeper, and I would take all my attackers except for.
We have a better defense.
Then why you lose to us 4 times? Why you lose to us 4 straight?
Are you mad?
Because
why you lose 4 straight?
No.
Do you realize in the NBA? Do you realize
vibes?
You realize why it's so hard to win in the NBA? Because you have to beat the same team 4 times. Will you have to beat the same team 4 times? And in the NBA, it doesn't happen. The best team always wins because if the best team to 4 games, you have to beat that team 4 times.
Bro,
dude, how can you say you guys are better than Barcelona right now?
Bro, just let them do the same mistake as we did last season. Last season, we did the same mistake. Last summer, we told Barca fans we're going to wipe them out.
Until you get a better center back
everything.
And a better midfielder, creative midfield, you're still not better than Barca. Until you get Saliba, Konate.
We have a creative midfielder in there, bro.
We have Real Madrid. Pedri is the only midfielder that gets into Madrid.
Hold on, I'm gonna be so honest. If you guys could do so well with De Jong, De Jong would fit everything about Real Madrid.
But we don't need scrubs like De Jong.
No, hold on. De Jong is
a deep line.
That's your problem.
He's 50 years old. He has one title in his life.
It's not personal. If he thinks De Jong's a scrub, he's a scrub.
No, De Jong,
bro. Honestly, if I have to sit here and hear somebody say that De Jong is a scrub, dude,
my brother, De Jong has been spending more time with Dembele in the Barcelona hospital than on the pitch.
I'm gonna be
out for injuries 50 years too.
How can you analyze football and say that De Jong is a scrub? Really?
Volume. I can promise you right now. Yeah.
You guys justify why Rashford's a good signing in 2025. But he can't think that De Jong's a scrub.
He can't think De Jong is a scrub. If he wants to analyze football, he can't think De Jong is a scrub.
Let me get volume. I'm gonna tell you something right now. Yeah, hand on my heart, I am not lying. I swear. Yeah, all my life, you are one of the first Barca fans that I have ever met that rates De Jong. Everyone else I've talked to hate him. They want him sold and gone.
And that's the wrong take. That's the wrong take.
De Jong has his qualities. De Jong has his qualities.
Yeah, but Dave, do you know why they say?
Do you realize what a cheat code we have with Pedri, Gonzalez, and De Jong? Their ball control, they're clinical.
Yeah, but do you know why? Do you know why they say that?
Dude, he leads the league in aerial duel. Dude, you
guys
watch football?
Hold on. Sorry, Sam. But volume. No. Be real with yourself. Aside from Pedri, what other midfielder gets into Real Madrid? Go ahead.
De Jong can, bro. I think that's
dude. You guys need a De Jong. That's exactly the type of profile you need. Someone who can create.
Definitely could be that profile.
But De Jong's even better at
Tony Kroos profile.
Nah, they've got another one.
None of their midfielders get in.
Hey, I know Sam.
Will, you're missing the play. I know exactly who Barca have. This guy, no. They have one guy. I would die for this guy. Real talk. Bernal. I would take him in half.
Good, but no, he's not proven. He's a baller.
Are you fucking serious, Sam? Mark
Bernal. I am. What a play.
That's the guy that you would die for.
You guys are crazy.
Watch, bro.
Bernal is such a good player.
I'm not saying that he's not a good player, but I thought you were going to say Pedri. I thought you're talking about an unproven player from their academy.
Hermano, listen to what I am saying. I'm saying apart from Pedri, apart from Pedri. I never said
the argument that De Jong is a scrub is quite a washed one, because I don't think he's a scrub. I think De Jong has certain qualities.
Somebody has some sense in
the deep area when he controls the ball. When De Jong knows how to dictate the tempo in a deep area in the pitch, and he can scan the pitch from that area. It is pretty much a Toni Kroos type role. That's what it is. Exactly, and De Jong
can stay fit, that,
yes. And De Jong fits that. Essentially, he's not as good as Toni Kroos, but he's good.
Pedri fits that.
No, but Pedri is a typical centre midfielder.
Pedri away,
Pedri's a typical centre. For me personally,
what I'm saying is nobody aside from Pedri gets into Real Madrid's midfield. We have a better midfield.
I think better.
You're saying you don't have a spot for a profile like De Jong.
Bro, you know what?
He does. There is a spot for him. There is a
spot for him. Value.
I hope your front office and everyone thinks the same as you will.
I've never said that Frenkie de Jong is a scrub. I think Frenkie de Jong is a solid player. He's very good on the ball, right? He's not trash. Like if Matrix thinks he's trash, that's his opinion. What I'm saying is there's nobody in my midfield that I would drop for him. Whereas if you're talking about Pedri, then yes, I'm fine.
I would rather have De Jong than Bellingham.
Do you rather?
I would rather have De Jong than Bellingham.
Get out of here, man.
Would you rather have De Jong or Arda Güler? Arda Güler.
Hold on. Let me say
Bellingham cannot make a 5-yard pass when De Jong is silky smooth.
Bro. His first touch is always a slide.
Dave,
you forget Real Madrid
Dave, have you ever been tested for glasses,
Mate, I'm telling you right now.
Glasses.
Bellingham cannot make a 5-yard pass to save his life.
What is your eyesight?
If we have
Valverde, Real Madrid versus Real Sociedad in the Copa del Rey from last season, you will see Jude amazing pass.
This man said he would rather have Frenkie de Jong over Jude Bellingham.
Yes, let me tell you why. Yeah, let me tell you why. Yeah, when you have a player like Bellingham who can't fucking pass 5 yards, then there's a problem. Yeah.
What Jude are you seeing that
he can't pass
5 yards? Like what is it? Like what
guys? Do you see Bellingham? Do you understand what his game is? Yeah. Bellingham's game is exactly what Valverde's does. Valverde does exactly the same fucking thing, yeah? When you have someone next to Valverde, like, for example, De Jong, you have a silky smooth passer in your team. You understand?
I need Dave to get drug tested immediately.
People don't understand, yeah? Let me your take, Will, yeah, on Madrid's midfield is better than Barca midfield. It's not, because Barcelona can make passes like no other team, essentially, apart from PSG. Yeah? But Madrid cannot pass at all. Madrid cannot pass at all. 1-touch, 2-touch passing in the midfield. They hold the ball for about 10 million years. Bellingham loves holding on to the ball, running until he loses it. The guy can't pass to his right 5 yards, mate. Bro. That's his problem.
Yeah, but do you not think?
Will thinks it's an anomaly that Barca beat Real Madrid 4 times.
Do you understand? Will, what De Jong offers to Barcelona? Do you understand what does he offer?
Dave, do you not think you're being a bit harsh now on Bellingham? Because again, he's not. He can still be developed and just.
Bellingham can't fucking pass, mate. He can't.
Yeah, but he can.
I'll be honest.
He can.
All right, I'll be honest. I'll say something.
Hold on. So you want me to believe a guy that won the Bundesliga Player of the Year, then comes to La Liga in his debut season and wins the Player of the Year again, right? It's
because of the goals he scored.
Hold on, wait.
The goals he scored.
Hold on, wait. Let me ask you a question. If you take Jude out of Real Madrid and replace him with Frenkie de Jong last season, do we
will hold the ball better.
Do we win La Liga?
Yes.
Do we win La Liga?
Hold the ball better.
No, maybe not.
You guys could.
Okay, hold on.
Maybe the profile of Frenkie de Jong would bring more balance to our
midfield.
But is de Jong a better player than?
I'll be real. Frenkie de Jong is a spicy Danny Ceballos. Like, let's be fucking honest here.
Okay,
y'all are
so
talking like this guy
I
is a world-class baller.
Okay,
Frenkie
so
de Jong is another player from that Ajax team that's not lived up to the potential that they had.
I agree with that. We bought him to be the best midfielder in the world.
And he's not.
He's like top 10. He's top 10, but he's not top 5. No, he's top 10. Come on, bro.
By the way, Frenkie de Jong.
Top 10 what?
Midfielders.
In the world.
I actually think
that, I don't know
I
who you're
actually think that Dave's a little bit of an hot take here. I think it's a little bit of a hot take.
But
I like my players to pass a flipping ball. Yeah, I don't want my players to just run back and forth, up and down, up and down, up and down.
Dave, how many times?
Real Madrid. Name me one good passer apart from Arda Güler in the midfield who knows how to pass the ball. Name me one player in the whole midfield. Too many is going to play in the back three, mate. Okay,
yeah, but no. You're not going to do that now, mate, because he plays in the midfield when we go up the pitch.
Yeah, but the situation remains like this. The situation remains like this. Tchouaméni is a decent passer. We need elite passers in the team, yeah.
And that's why
you're talking about
that's a Xabi Alonso,
Iniesta or somebody.
So if we all the talk about Angelo Stiller, that's basically what De Jong does. It's the same bloody thing.
Stiller is very
what I'm trying to say here is maybe the profile will bring balance, but as a footballer, Bellingham is head and shoulders above him. As simple as that. Frenkie de Jong has never been a contender for player of the season.
That's not even the point. That's not even the point, because Will was trying to say that no Barca player.
He would take De Jong over Bellingham, so that is the point.
Yes, that is a hot take. That is a hot take. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that, but if there's one player that sometimes disappears, you don't know why, it's Jude Bellingham. And I think it's the reason why Dave is saying that, but I think it's a little bit of a hot take. But you cannot tell me that Arda Güler, a player that sat on your bench last season, that I banged my table, by the way, to go play them, that he is better than Frenkie de Jong right now. He's definitely
We haven't
you
said
cannot
that.
say that he is.
We
so
haven't
why
said
are you
he's
saying
better
that
than
there's
De
no
Jong?
spot for Frenkie de Jong in your squad?
Nobody said in the squad. When I said that Real Madrid has
starting
a better
11.
team
He
than
said starting
Barca,
11.
Starting
I
11,
referred
no
to
way.
the 11, right? I think my 11 is better than yours. I said I would not drop any midfielder for anybody.
So why you
except
couldn't
for
be Barca once?
Pedri.
If it's better. If it's better, why couldn't you be Barca at least once?
Okay, brother, the season before, we beat you every El Clasico.
And you guys were better. And you guys were better.
Hold on.
And you guys were better.
By the way, in the last 8 El Clasicos, it's
4-4.
It's 4-4. Why are Barca fans acting like they're the only one that's ever won 4
But
straight?
no, bro, they have one is better than the Barca, but you couldn't beat them once out of 4 games.
Because of Carlo. There's no tactics.
So you think just the coach is
the coaching was the biggest reason that we did not beat you last season. Yes. The coaching is the number one reason why.
Hold on.
The coaching and lack of depth.
You had so many freaking injuries, and then you come on and say that that's the coach's problem?
Yeah, because I don't use injuries as
an lack of depth.
But Carnage.
Go ahead, Jonas. Go ahead.
Hold up. What about the 4 wins that you beat Barca? Was Carlo not the coach? Was that not the same Carlo?
Tony Kroos was the coach on the pitch, but Carlo is just chewing gum. He's not even talking to the players.
You know what I'm saying?
He's smoking vape or chewing gum.
Hold on. Can I jump in?
To be fair to him, right? Carlo 23-24. I actually think that he did do a good job tactically, right? Like him playing Jude higher up the pitch and like that. He did do a good job with the squad that we had 23-24. 24-25 season was shockingly bad, brother. Like no kind of tactics, no adjustments, no in-game management. The same shit. Give the ball to Vinny. Give the ball to Mbappe. Watch them run around 10 people and then try to shoot. And then fucking like, bro, like, yes. Carlo was the number one.
Can I just jump in?
Tony Kroos was the manager.
Look,
I'm gonna state it here, not Carlo.
When you say
Tony Kroos was the manager of Real Madrid.
Hold on. Volume. You mentioned injuries and all that, mate. Listen, this has become something new, by the way, where football fans now don't want to blame the manager for injuries, just wants to blame medical team or whatever, bro. With all due respect, Carlo has a massive blame for those injuries as well, because my man kept playing the same plays over and over.
He doesn't have other options.
But you don't have to play Valverde even when
we didn't have centre backs. Rudiger played with injury for 8 months.
Yeah, I'm not just talking about
the kit man.
But I'm not just talking about centre backs in this. How many games did he bench Arda Güler and refuse to play him? Or why?
Yes, when it comes to treatment of youngsters, Mabara, that guy needs to be put in fucking jail.
This is the point.
So
when people, but Matrix, are you telling me he had nothing to do with these injuries? Of course he had a part to blame for those injuries. Of course he did. What am I just going to blame the painters of the medical team? No chance. No chance. Yeah,
the blame is both on the manager and the president. The president
but Volume just said
neither in the January.
But Volume used injuries for Carlos' excuse when he has a part to play.
I said this before the season started, and I've told Will this, and I stand by this until Xavi proves me otherwise. Be careful what you wish for, Will. When you're letting go a coach who was on the street for less than 24 hours before another team picked him up, and you guys are letting go a coach who knows how to win Champions Leagues and knows how to compete with Barca.
And I stand by that.
And just because in one season he didn't have a replacement for Toni Kroos. He got four defenders, CBs out.
That's exactly it.
He asked for a striker. He got Joselu. Asked for a striker. Then after that, he got Mbappe. So this Madrid team, I don't know how it's gonna work with Xavi, but I know that at least with Ancelotti, you guys were the comeback kings. I have to until I see otherwise. I still need to see from Xavi Alonso. Which you guys think the grass is greener on the other side? Well, you guys are on the clock.
I have already seen improvements in our team. Already.
Me too.
I'm not
that's not
judge
good enough.
The coach after the
That's
PSG
not good
game.
enough.
The main.
You think the guy is Harry Potter, my brother? The coach is not Harry Potter. He's not standing outside the pitch with a magic wand. I can just change shit to world-class players.
The main problem that we have.
And look at all the stuff he did.
Exactly. But the situation is the main problem that Real Madrid face is, and we keep on talking about it. Oh, the midfield, this, midfield that. Real Madrid's midfield is really, really, really weak in actually build-up play. The build-up play of Real Madrid's midfield is weak. And that is a main problem because Xabi Alonso's team like to play possession-based football. But possession-based football that can move up the pitch quickly. So the problem is when you don't have midfielders in that team that can do that, then there's going to be a problem because Vinny won't get the ball early, Mbappe won't get the ball early, and whoever's going to be on the right-hand side will be Master.
I think with Arda it will work.
Yes, but Arda Güler is one player. Barcelona have Pedri. They have Olmo. They have De Jong that can pass successfully over and over and over and over and over again. When you have those players in the midfield, then they are going to outpass Real Madrid. I'm sorry.
To be fair,
they're going to outpass Real Madrid. They're going to make them look stupid unless we get one more player that can really move that ball quickly.
But to be fair, unpopular opinion, if Pedri gets a long-term, I don't wish for this, by the way, but if he gets a long-term injury, I think Barca sits.
It doesn't matter. They still have De Jong. They still have Olmo.
Yeah, but
we saw Barca without Pedri in some games last season, and they were struggling.
Frenkie de Jong cannot replace what Pedri does. No chance. No.
You're right. You're right.
You can see clear difference when Pedri is not playing.
I understand that. Any team that you take their best player out, you guys are going to struggle. You guys struggle without Mbappe. Barcelona struggles without.
So Lamine Yamal is not your best player.
Where the cheat code comes in is where like Jonas were saying, we brought in De Jong to be the number one midfielder, to be the quarterback, but he wasn't good. He wasn't good enough. But when you bring up Pedri to the equation, when you bring up Pedri to the equation, now it brings a great number one in Pedri and a great number two in Frenkie de Jong. This is why we cannot lose battles in the midfield because we have a cheat code and two great carriers of the football. That's just plain and simple, man. That's you guys can say that he's a scribe. You guys can say whatever you want, but until you guys have a better midfield, you're not going to be Barcelona.
All right, let me ask you a question.
Let's see. We will be here. All right,
so Volume, let me ask you a question real quick, bro. Is Frenkie de Jong better than Valverde?
I need some context because
no context. Just as a footballer, who would you rather have in your team?
I'd rather have Frenkie because Valverde is one of my favorite Real Madrid players. By the way, I've said this.
He's the best.
Way before the season even kicked off. I said Valverde. He's a warrior. He's a player you want to have in your team. Yeah, I thought you guys lost me for a minute, but
it's fine.
he's a player you guys want to have in your team, but he doesn't have the creativity that Frenkie has. If Valverde had the same creativity that Frenkie has, that would be the player that you need to bring back Real Madrid's midfield.
Okay,
but he doesn't have that.
Okay, wait. So according to value,
if you need a defender, you want
according
Valverde.
to Barca fans. So according to value, so you're saying that Frenkie de Jong is better than Jude and Valverde.
Well, that's Dave's take. I actually think that
Jude
is a little better
I think
than
Valverde
Frenkie.
is better. I think Valverde is
okay.
I
Thank
think that's
God.
I think Valverde is top
if your team needs a defender, you go get Valverde. If you need to create, you need to go get Frenkie de Jong. So it's just the context matters. You can't just say who is better.
When a guy can complete, when a footballer can complete above 96% of passes in a singular game, and that's consistently every single game, you have a guy that can manipulate the midfielder like this. This is what Vitinha does. This is exactly what Vitinha does.
How the fuck did Vitinha come from in this conversation?
Vitinha is exactly the same type of player, man. You don't see
as Pedri.
that.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, where did Vitinha come from in this conversation? You just brought up Vitinha
he's making a
So you want Enzo? Why do you want Enzo Fernandez in the team then, Will?
Because
somebody to help stabilize the midfield. Yeah.
What I'm saying, Will,
that's what Frenkie de Jong does.
The one thing I respect highly about Jude Bellingham, his ability to score. So that's why I don't think he's better than Frenkie, because Frenkie doesn't give me those stats. He doesn't give me those goals. He doesn't give me the outside. Doesn't give me that presence in the box that Jude Bellingham gives you a lot better.
But that's not the only thing that Jude gives you.
Though. I know. But what I'm saying
is, Frenkie doesn't take risks.
I think
this
that's
man's
why
pass accuracy is 96% because he's passing that shit sideways.
If you put in Valverde, okay, Valverde up against Frenkie wins every time just by ball control, creation.
Valverde sent Frenkie to the hospital.
Valverde doesn't have that, bro. He doesn't have that. He has a cannon. He's gonna score rockets from outside the box. He's gonna break a lot of
legs,
a lot of low blocks. He's going to break them time and time again.
So why did PSG's midfield outdo ours?
Oh my days! This man is talking.
We outdid ourselves.
Because
but look at all the three midfielders.
I'll answer. I'll answer.
Go ahead, Sam.
I'll gladly answer you, because Paris Saint-Germain have everything in the midfield that you need. We don't. They have the deep playmaker. They have someone that can drive the ball.
So they have a deep playmaker.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but Dave, I've never said that we've got that. I'm screaming for us to get one. I'm screaming for us to get one.
So why are people? Why are people so quick to glaze Bellingham because of his athleticism?
But hold on a minute. I don't pick up Bellingham for his creativity. Yeah, Bellingham can't create like this, man. Yeah, I've kept the energy from day one. Bellingham's main attribute is he can score. His ability to score. I've kept the energy from day one.
But now Bellingham's in a deeper role. He's going to play in a 3-5-2. Those three midfielders are very important.
Yeah, but Dave,
always played a deeper role. We brought him from Dortmund playing a deeper role.
No, but the situation is that in his best season,
make him a 10.
Hold on.
That's his best season.
An 8.
No, but wait, let me finish. Yeah, but Dave, Alonso clearly wants him. Alonso, and this is why I've read, he wants to make Jude as an 8. All right, I would personally try and stick him more high.
He doesn't have the creativity to do that.
But I agree. I would try and keep him more higher up pitch in the midfield for him to score those goals. I agree, but he clearly wants him to be there, Jude, and wants flipping Goulet to be more up top for his creativity. That's what he clearly wants. And look what he's done to Fede now. He's making Fede run into the box a lot more. He clearly wants Bellingham to take a step back. Clearly.
I don't think you get the point here. It's actually the opposite. Jude is the one roaming up to the pitch, and Goulet is dropping deep to pick up the ball. And Fede,
that's also the case.
Trent inverts in the middle, and Valverde
but he doesn't go up as he did under
right
Carlo.
Winger, bro.
Yeah, but Matrix, there is a difference between now and under Carlo. For me, there is a difference now. He doesn't do what.
I have a question, Sam. I gotta say it. I have a question. You guys are debating if De Jong makes it to Madrid's midfield. I think Dani Olmo has a shout, bro. I think Dani Olmo.
Dude, Dani Olmo
definitely does.
And I know
Dani Olmo can't stay fit.
But bro, when he's there, bro, why do we always? Bro,
but when he's there, but that's fine. But if you're Bailey, but Eunice, Yeah, but Eunice, you can have the talent of flipping Ronaldinho. Do you get me? But if you're barely available, what the hell do I have any use for you then? You're barely available.
Good. Whenever Dani Olmo plays, we always play so much better. So hold on, Sam. We scored
5 games this season.
You guys have no idea how much better our midfielder is than you guys is, man. That's how it boils down to,
bro. You know what I'm saying?
I believe Barca's. So if you look at across the team, yes, goalkeeper, we have better goalkeeper. That's pretty standard. Yeah, Barcelona have a bit more organized defense than
we have the better goalkeeper. We have the better right back. I would say
no.
That is better than Koundé.
No,
two different players, two totally different players.
You can't compare the two.
They both play right backs.
Two
Okay,
totally
of course they're different profiles of players, but at the end of the day, they're both right backs. Trent
Koundé
is kind of player.
And Barca
better.
midfield is not better than Real Madrid midfield. It
Trent
has
is better
more
than
balance.
No, Koundé is better than
No,
That's the
well,
only thing.
I think Will
more
needs to
balance.
rethink his thoughts about the squad between Barca and Real Madrid.
The centre back pairing. Okay, we can take Dean Housen. Obviously, that's fine.
Koundé is a better right back than Trent. I'm not here.
Like defensively, Koundé's better. Koundé's defense better.
Offensively,
and that's
no way.
That's all I need.
We have the better left back too. We have the better
left back is not debatable.
Yes.
Unless we see Carreras and him in form and playing.
I would take Alejandro Balde over Carreras right now. Like I don't care about what Carreras' potential is. He's not better.
Does Hoyson get into your back?
Yes.
Bro,
we're more objective than you guys are.
I'm not, bro. Sam, I'm not one of these
it's
Barca
Kubarsi and Dean
players, bro.
Yeah,
Like
so
Hoyson right now, I would take.
Inigo Martinez, though, arguably was probably Barcelona's.
Yeah, but he's too old.
But I have doubts. I still have doubts with the Inigo.
The midfield of Barcelona is better. Let's just call it as
dude,
is.
it's like we have Pedri, we have De Jong, we have Olmo. That's three.
The only midfielder that gets in is Pedri.
Pedri only.
I'm sorry, bro. Like it's only Pedri.
So who's better than Olmo?
Hold on. Name your midfield.
Who can drive the ball into the front three?
Okay, wait. So what's the formation?
Who is your driver?
Wait, all right, just
who is your number
4-3-3.
4-3-3. Who's your number
What's the
10?
formation? 4-3-3.
4-3-3. Yeah.
Yeah. Pedri, Valverde, Jude. That's my.
Give me your number 10. Who is?
Wait, are you playing with a DM or attacking mid? Like I don't get it.
I mean, you don't technically need like a DM per se, Pedri, right? Because like Pedri does sit back. I'm saying just in terms of but I'm saying just in terms of just talent, right? Yeah, if you want to talk tactical, okay.
Pedri,
I'm talking about just on talent alone.
It's very easy.
Pedri is super easy.
Okay, Jonas has a great take on Dani Olmo. He says that Dani Olmo when Dani Olmo is on, Barcelona hits another level when Dani Olmo is on, right?
I was just going to say that.
Who is the glue that connects Real Madrid's offense? Because
I just
told you somebody who is connecting to your front.
How about take out Pedri and we will see.
My midfield, look, my midfield,
Pedri,
my midfield
come on.
is Pedri, it's Fede, and it's Olmo there.